Right foot is going to stay, left foot is going to lengthen. Yes. Right foot will stay, left leg will lengthen. Yes. Okay. Keep pelvis rooted onto the floor. Yeah, good. Now we're going to take left hand. So we're going to be releasing right psoas. So left hand on left leg. You can be inside or you can be outside or on top. Okay, so then we're going to inhale. We're going to inhale and exhale. So we're going to lengthen down and we're going to put right hand on the right hip and press that hip down. So you can feel as you lean over to the side. So your left side of the body should be coming down towards your left leg. Yes. You feeling it in there? Is it too much? Yeah, don't go any further. So you should feel no knee pain. If you do, see, do I want to lengthen through the heels? Some of you might want to even take the slow-mo ball out and put it underneath the knee. Okay, so you can stay here. Some of us may reach that right arm up. So this is one where you're following cues, you're not following my visual. Okay, so it can go up. You can put your hand behind your head. So I'm just cupping my hand in my head and I'm leaning into it. And then this elbow can choose, does it want to go over? So here we're lengthening. We're leaning over to left side, right arm. Yes. Hello to the quadratus laborum and the psoas. Yes, that's what we're feeling. So a lot of you are going to be feeling it here in your leg. Yeah. Yeah. Just find a place. It might be the pelvis. There's something in right sit bone. I was going to say, find your right hip descending more into the floor. There it is. There. That's better. Yeah. So you're going to come up. Ooh. Okay. So let's release both legs. Shake it out for a moment. Yeah. So you're going to feel it. Some of us are going to feel it in adductors in the gracilis muscle. Some of us are going to feel it in the side of the hip here. Yeah, side body. So that's your side QL, your side psoas. We haven't done this one in a while, right? Yeah, it's a good one. I wanted to go into it slow. It does make a difference, right? So I'm glad to know because if you let me know what cues are helpful, then I can keep bringing them in. So feel the heels just on the floor and press them. If you press the heels into the floor a little bit with a wide angle, can you feel? So back of the heels, press them down into the floor. Can you feel how that communicates a little bit more to your pelvis? Do you feel it? Yeah, no, let it go. Yeah. Now press them into the, yeah, you slump, right? So when you don't have the heels pressing, you kind of slump. But when you root the back of the heels into the floor, yeah, right away, I felt you really elongate those with. So let's just take a moment to just roll from side to side here. So you can just let the arms, this is the pose that I least love. Updavishta Konasana. My body loves it and doesn't like it at the same time. Yeah, you're back. Yeah. Yeah, it does because it really opens the whole lower back. So what we're doing is partly opening lower back and releasing that pull, that pull. So especially if you have one hip that is like normally quite tight, you're going to feel it here. Okay, so that means now left leg is going to come in. So check in. This is my side where I feel a little bit more kind of discomfort. So sometimes you might even support that knee, and that helps. Okay, so strong pelvis. So Kevin, pelvis, shift forward. There it is. There it is. I keep wanting you to bring you in it so that you're aware. There it is. There's the pattern where you drop into. There's you. Okay. Okay. So let's feel right hand on right leg. Exactly. Now, let's notice as we just inhale, exhale, this lift and lengthen, and then just start to feel right side release down. Now you can take left hand and lengthen down through left side. This is my tighter side for me, so I know I'm not gonna force it. I'm gonna go a little bit slower on this one. Breathe, take your time. Yeah, some of you know that left arm may want to reach up and may want to go behind the head. Okay, the last part, and this is why we did extended side angle. This is it on the floor, right? This is the final. So as you reach through the arm, the sit bone on that left side has to keep pressing down. Mhm. There it is, Donna. How does that feel? Stretch on that one side, right? See if right heel can press into the floor a little bit. Mhm. Yeah, so you might just be here. Yeah. One side, it's really interesting, right? So when you're ready, you're going to come up. Okay, release. Ooh, bring the legs together. All your bodies are going, put us on the ground, put us on the ground, put us on the ground. And that's where we're going. Chin towards chest, roll down. It's going to feel so good. Okay, draw the legs into the body. Give them a hug. Ah. Okay, we're gonna do the toning to the psoas to release the psoas and release the lower back. So you're gonna keep your left leg up and your right foot is gonna come down to the floor with your right knee bent. Now I want you to check in that your hips are level. Okay, so notice is one hip hiking up. So level it out. Hands can be behind your left thigh or on your left shin. You choose. Check in at this point if your head needs any kind of support. So now you're going to press the hands into the back of the thigh or the shin, and the shin or the back of the thigh into the hands equally. And you hold that equal pressure by hands and leg. You're going to feel the left side of your lower back slowly releasing into the floor. Breathe as you hold this. Okay, then you're going to let go and soften. Ah. We're going to do this again. So you're pressing hands into the leg, leg into the hands evenly. You're not hiking the hip up, soft shoulders. We did this one last week. So some of you, this is a review, and some of you, this is new. Really feel the left side of your lower back, but also your rib cage and your shoulder blade coming to the floor. And then you let it go. Ah, let's do one last time. Foot and leg leaning into each other. Not foot, sorry, leg and hands. My cues, I apologize. My cues are getting all mixed up today. Okay, so you're equal leaning hands and thighs or shin, and then you're gonna let it go. Good. Now just release that left leg down. Take a moment just to be on the floor. Just feel the difference from left side to right side. You can keep the knees bent. You can even lengthen the legs if you want. It's totally up to you. We're just taking a pause. Oh. Okay, so now let's even ourselves out. Let's bring the right leg up. So hands on shins or back of the thigh. Hey, check in. Are my hips level? So just do a little moment to check in. Take an exhale out the mouth to soften. Good. Then you're slowly bringing the hands to lean into the leg and the leg into the hands. You're going to start to feel the right side of your lower back to start rooting into the floor. You might notice, oh, my left foot even roots into the floor. Keep the big toe and the inner heel rooting just as much as the pinky toe and the outer heel on the left foot. You're breathing here, and then you let go. And then we're going to do it two more times. So you're going to start to lean hand into leg, leg into hand, soft shoulders, neck, soft face. You let it go when you're ready. And then you're going to do one more time. Starting to feel when you're ready, the next time you go into leaning, hand and leg evenly into each other, start to feel the right shoulder, the shoulder blade, as well as the rib cage and lower back. Soften where you need to soften. Feel this unraveling here. And when you're ready, you're going to let go. Release the leg. Take a moment, either with the knees bent, feet on the floor, or lengthening the legs. We're just going to pause. Ah. So, as we do all this work on the psoas, we're also toning not only the shoulders and the hips, but we're finding a new way of being in body and also rebalancing nervous system. So, just noticing here, how's body meeting the floor? Ah. Okay, so we're going to do some work to release the arms today. We did a lot of work on the psoas and we released it, so that is great. And we're just going to release upper body now. So you're going to take your bolster and your squash ball. And you're lying on left side with the bolster under your head. Stack the legs however you want. Notice that you're still staying lengthened through the hips. So the top hip especially is not hiking up, it's lengthening down. So you might even put your right hand on the right hip. Line up the knees, the shins, the feet. Good. We're going to take the ball underneath our right hand. So the right hand's on the floor. And the hand's on top of the ball. We just got the little squash ball, and you're just going to start to roll through your hand. Do we have enough balls? You have so many balls over there that you can't find your own? We got it sorted now. Do we need another one? Are we all good? Okay, good. Okay, so let's roll hands. And then you're going to use the ball to roll through the forearm as well. So you're going to just caress the floor with your right hand as you roll the ball under your right forearm. Yeah. So make sure when you're going onto the forearm that your hand is not floating off the floor. So let your hand, there you go. Good, Elizabeth. Yeah. So hands just kind of caressing the floor. Good. Notice along the forearm where you're feeling that you need to work out. Remember, maximum 70% effort. Find your breath. Just releasing our flexor muscles right now. Okay, then you're going to come up just a little bit. So you'll be on your forearm, left forearm. And you're going to take the ball with palm up under so it's kind of the top side of your arm, depending on how you're looking at it. It's your extensor muscles. So some of us might feel like a lot of holding here, especially if you do a lot of extension work, so computer work, especially. Some of us who's gardening, go all the way up to your elbow and down through the wrist. And then you might even feel side of the forearm. So pinky side of the hand is down and thumb is up. Right along the outside, we can get into that connection of, yeah, of the extensors and the flexors. They kind of interweave through the forearm. Just notice if you're getting called back to calm down. Okay, then when you're ready, you're going to lie back down. It's so funny as we were doing that, the hips were calling out. They're like, you cannot not release us. And I was like, okay. So your hand, you've got the ball. I know. They're like, come on. So you can, let's roll out the TFL. So just on the sides, all through the side. You're just using your hand to massage the top of the hip. This is sometimes we don't get this outside of the hip. You can find too that bone, which for me is right here. It's your greater trochanter. All your external rotators are attached to it. So you might notice as you roll around the bone that some of them, especially if you have one foot that turns out, if you have a tight lower psoas, you're going to notice one side is a lot tighter than the other. And then if you choose and you want to go down the iliotibial band or go on to the quad, or hamstrings are a little bit harder on this one, but you're more than welcome to sit up if you want to get the hamstrings. So just go down the side of the leg. Take some breaths at the mouth. Ah. And then you have an option here. I'm just looking where my black went. Here it is. So, and this is optional if you do want to release the jaw. Was thinking, Michelle, online, if from the surgery you might or might not want to do this, but you can take your hand and take the ball up, and I'm going to sit up for this just so you can see it. The masseter muscle, so the top bridge of the teeth, there's a muscle that goes downward. It's a vertical muscle to your bottom jaw. So this muscle, you can go up and down to release it. You can go across it. If you're feeling, oh, I want a little bit more pressure, I'm gonna just see the bolster. Normally I would do it on the block. You can always do the lower um, jaw, just putting the ball under on the bottom jaw, which would be your left right now on top of the bolster. And then you can just lie there and you can open and close your jaw. And you can roll without your hands, which is another option too. Okay, so the hand one on the top jaw is softer, putting the ball underneath and just finding spots where maybe you just melt into it, a little open and close or wiggle of the jaw. You can go across the muscle towards your lips and then towards your ear. It's going to help release the neck. A few deep breaths here. And at any time, if the neck does get called in and you do want to massage the neck with the squash ball, feel free. Just go really gentle on the neck though. I feel like we could all fall asleep. It's a good feeling. You're just going to pause when you feel ready. You're going to do that whole flow on the other side. You might roll back and just notice that transitional space. Feel one side to the other. And then you're going to switch sides. And I'm going to completely roll over so I keep facing you. So we're on right side. So that means left hand has the block or the ball, sorry. And check in with your hips though. So check in with that top hip first. Lengthen it down. Left hand is rolling on the ball. Remember, as you go into the forearm, make sure that you're releasing the wrist so that your hand is not lifted off the floor as you're rolling on your forearm here. Palm is down. You're just caressing the floor. Take your time. Breathe as you go, in and out of the nose or in the nose and out the mouth. Remember, when you're ready, you can pop up a little bit onto the right forearm and elbow and turn the arm externally, rotate it so that the forearm, the back of the forearm, and the palm is up, and you're rolling on the extensors now. And then don't forget, if you want to have pinky side of the finger towards the floor, the thumb pointing out to the ceiling, and you can do just on that inner side. On the outside, it's connecting to your shoulder blades, that pinky side of the hand. And for some of us, we get a lot of holding there. Breathe as you go. How's it with the two balls, James? Yeah. You take your time. Once you're done the arm, you're going to flow into the top of the hip. That's your left one. So you're going to roll all the way down through the top of the hip, through the iliotibial band, maybe into the quad, the top of the thigh. Yeah, hand, head. Be with breath. Let yourself be guided to whatever works for you right now. Mhm. You let the hips and the legs hold your attention for as long as it's being called for. And then, depending on what you did for jaw release, if you just used your hand to massage the jaw, you're massaging the left jaw. If you use the ball and you put it underneath the side of your jaw and you pinned it in between your cheek and the bolster, then you're doing your right. Yeah, and block is also the other option. Orange block. You'll feel when body's complete. Some of you, it will be at different intervals. So when you're complete, you just roll back onto your back. Okay, you check in to see if you need any last movements. You can take the bolster out from behind the head when you're on your back, because usually that doesn't feel good to have the head so high. Right? And you might sense, oh, I just want to slap. Put the bolster underneath the legs and support the back of the thighs and the knees and just release into the floor. Okay, I want you to make sure that you move any props out of the way or shift a little bit if you need to allow the body to open up.